Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the 4-strand beaded bracelet. You're going to start with 4 pieces of tin thread that you've threaded beads on. So here is the end of one side with 7 beads, and here's the end of the other side with 7 beads. And I've taken these 4 strands and folded it over a paper clip. I hope you can see that. I'm going to fold it over and then I'm going to pinch it right there and then it'll kind of stay. I'm going to divide my strands up into pairs. And I really care that the first pair is coming from the back of the paper clip, not off the front. It's coming from the back. That's helpful when you get for the first pass. So that's one pair, and then I don't care how you pair them up, it doesn't matter. There's another pair. Then I've got another pair here in the middle onto the right, and then on the far right. These are pairs for the whole journey of braiding. They never made up with someone else. They stay together always. So now I have 4 pairs. So I have 4 strands of tin thread. I'm going to start on the left, and I'm always going to start on the left with this pair, and I'm going to go over one pair with that guy, under the next pair, and over the last pair, and pull it tight. Now this one's done its job and it's resting. So now we're going to go over to the far left again, take this pair on the far left. It's going to do all the work. It's going to go over a pair, under a pair, over the last pair. And you want to make sure these don't twist or cross each other. They stay flat. So now this one is done its journey, and I leave it over here. Start on the left. I'm going to go over, under, over, and pull it tight. So I've done 3 passes of the braid. Now we're going to start adding beads. And you have a choice of putting beads on the outside of the braid, so all the beads would be here, or on the inside. And I personally like the look of the inside better, so that's what I'm going to show you. And that one's a little trickier. We're going to start on the left again, and we're going to go over, under, pull it tight, and then we're going to, before we finish making the pass with this one, we're going to take this ends of the last pair. We're going to take this one and go to the end of the I'm trying to get it in the camera view. Go to the end of the thread and find a bead, and you're just going to drop one bead, and I'm going to scoot it up with my finger. So my bead is there. Now, if you remember, we had this one, it went over and it went under. So this pair needs to finish its journey and it needs to go over. So that was one bead, and that's on the inside of the braid. It's not on the very outside. Now, before we get started, we need to pull a bead up from this one. So here's the pair, and we're pulling a bead up from that inside strand, tin thread. And, okay, 2 came up with me, but I'm just going to take one of them. So push it up with my finger. So now this pair back to being a pair is going to go over, under, and then we're going to stop because we have to pull up a bead. So again, this pair from the outside, I take this inside tin thread, drop a bead, and then I have to remember to finish my braiding pass. So this has to go over. Now we're going to start again on the left. I need to find a bead for this tin thread. So I'm running my thumb down to the end of my thumb and forefinger down to the end of the thread. I pick a bead out with my thumb, and then I raise the tin thread and a bead drops. I hope that's clear. Okay, it's back to being a pair now. That pair goes over a pair, under a pair, snug everything tight. Before I finish this pass, I need to find a bead over here. So again, I'm lifting that tin thread up in the air so a bead can fall down. I think I mentioned in the other clip I'm putting the beads on, you could put this paper clip on a clipboard and lay your clipboard flat on the table, and some people find that easier. I'm just used to braiding this way. So I'm going to do that one more time. Oh, again, I got 2 beads. So just pull one out. Go. Push it up there. Go over a pair, under a pair. Oh, can't go over yet till I get the bead on there. So this is a 4-strand braid, adding beads, and you just add beads until the bracelet's long enough for you. Remember, the clasp is going to take up some room. Now, after you're all done braiding, it's helpful if you kind of go up and down like this to even things out. That'll help things look neat. Now, if you wanted to add a bead on the outside instead of the inside, when you go to get a bead, instead of pulling the bead from this inside strand, you'll be pulling a bead from the outside strand. I hope that's clear. I hope this video is helpful. Enjoy braiding.